The greatest enemy you have is not outside of you. It's the voice convincing you to stay the same. And one thing that took me so long to understand is the fact that the brain is wired for survival, not success. It defaults to safety over growth. So what this tells me is the fact that each and every time that you want to do something that puts you in a position to get to that next level, your brain naturally is going to choose your comfort zone or the things that make you feel safe over genuinely growing. You have to be very intentional and just choose to go in the opposite direction. We know that the mind will lie to protect your comfort. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe this path isn't for me. And it's all because it makes you feel a sense of uncertainty. It makes you question whether or not something's genuinely for you. But it's not the fact that that specific path that you're on isn't for you. It's just unfamiliar, and nobody likes to be in a position where they can't dictate or control the next move. But this form of growth that you may desire, it is going to require discomfort. Your mind will try to do everything in its power to create convincing lies to keep you in that position of stagnation. Simple lies like you've done enough or you can do it tomorrow. And in that very moment, they may even sound logical, but all they are really are defense mechanisms, barriers that's been put up subconsciously, all to protect you. And your mind doesn't realize that it may be doing more harm than good in the long run, because what you need is not comfort at this very moment. What you need is unfamiliarity. What you need is to be put in a position where you can experience something that you've never experienced, so it can put you in a completely different headspace so that you can grow. We've all heard the saying before, you do not grow in your comfort zone. The moment that you can train yourself to just take that leap of faith, walk outside of things that seem familiar and that's been around for years, will be the exact moment that you finally grow. And you'll feel it instantly, because I'm somebody who went through it. But even procrastination, it isn't laziness. It's fear disguised as rational thinking. So ask yourself, if you're in a position where you may have been procrastinating recently, what are you afraid of? Because you have some deep-rooted fear that's stopping you from actually going out and getting the things done that you need to get done. Develop a sense of confidence for your future. Understand that it's realistic and it's possible for you to go out and be great, and then just act on it. That's really all it takes. It doesn't take being perfect. It doesn't take knowing exactly what it is that you need to do. Sometimes you're going to have to walk in faith, walking feeling like you are blindfolded and you don't know what direction to turn in, but it will be okay. And I feel like one thing that so many people do is the fact that we must take comfort for peace. Just because it seems safe does not mean that it's for you. And it's actually the complete opposite in the long run, as you witness all of the opportunities and the time that you had fade away. It'll be the one thing that makes you feel so low about yourself, and it'll eat you alive, because you know that you had the exact same chances that everyone else had, or at least the same exact time and day that everyone else may have had, but you just didn't act on it. What is holding you back? You were not put on this earth to live a mediocre life, and you'd be surprised how much your family, friends, the people around you may be holding you back. Because if somebody personally doesn't feel like they're capable of doing something, it's going to be very hard for them to believe in the next person. And that next person can very much so be you. So what happens is they start projecting. They start putting all of their deep insecurities and low self-esteem on you to make you feel small, to diminish your overall character. You have to make sure that you have the right people around you. People that want to see you win, people that want to see you grow. And not only that, people that genuinely believe in you. True discipline lies in the ability for you to challenge your own thoughts. The thoughts that may be familiar to you, the way that you've been thinking and processing things all of your life. You start to really grow and expand when you start to challenge them, understanding that you are human, which simply means that you're not perfect. You are just as flawed as the next human being. So there is no right and wrong in instances like this. As long as you're improving, as long as you're getting better, then that's all that matters. But you have to take yourself out of that position of always feeling like you're right, or feeling like there's some type of ideal, standard in terms of thinking and progress and growth, and realize that we all expand and grow at different rates. The way that you think doesn't make it right. You just have to strive to be better and do better. That's literally it. And one thing that I had to learn the hard way is the fact that when your goals and your comfort conflict, one has to be sacrificed. You will not be able to hold on to both. Because when you don't make it, you're not going to be at peace. And the more time that you allow to go on trying to cling on to both, at some point it is going to be too late. Your goals are going to be gone. That form of comfort and peace that you had are going to be gone. And it's all based on the missed opportunities that you allow to fade away. You have to choose one. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm willing to choose my goals over comfort. I got something in the works right now that is much more important than being comfortable, and you have to have this exact same mindset. Comfort would always be there. It'll always come and go. So stop clinging on to it like it's something that if you lose, you'll never get back. All it takes for you is to be in a position to probably be financially stable and for your family to be taken care of, for you to feel good about yourself again. That's literally it. But goals, the time that you have, those things genuinely fade away. In some opportunities, you will never get none like it again. You gotta start being realistic. Let go of that comfort that you've been holding on to. But success itself demands a new mindset. You're going to have to process and view life differently in order to see something different play out in your life. That doesn't mean just develop new habits and think that everything's going to change. You're going to have to completely rewire your original way of thinking in order to get a different version of life for yourself. Do the deep work now. Build yourself up into the version of yourself that you know that you want to be, so that it's possible for you. But in order to truly grow, you're going to have to learn how to silence that voice inside of you that's keeping you small. That voice that tells you, no, I can do it later. Oh, I have time. Let me not get up and be productive. That voice has to be completely stripped away in order for you to really grow and expand, because if not, it will always hold you back. And the more time that you spend listening to it, eventually at some point you're going to start believing it. And they're all lies. Things that are meant to hold you back. It is not worth sacrificing your future. Nothing is worth living a long, miserable life knowing that you had so much potential and you didn't live up to any of it. You deserve better. You deserve to be happy. But you're going to have to make some adjustments in order for it to come into your life. And that's okay.